everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have something a little different to show you. Art is a prevalent feature in many cities, but in El Paso, it uniquely fosters a sense of community among artists and residents. The artwork here often reflects the relatable stories of the city and its inhabitants, creating a deeper connection between the art and the people who call this place home. But as you all know, before we ever start any of our videos, we always make it a point to stop at a local coffee shop, grab ourselves a hot beverage, and warm ourselves up before we start. Let's go. We are here at Café Piro in the historic town of Socorro, Texas, which is about 15 minutes away from downtown El Paso. So we're gonna go grab a coffee and then continue on with our journey for today. Let's go. What type of milks do you guys have? Okay. I asked him like what he would recommend. Everything they had looked really yummy. He recommended this one. Oh, it's really good. It does taste like apple pie. And I'm gonna try Ren's now. He got a matcha. I think they put a little bit of honey in there. Oh, wow. So far, I'm really enjoying the place. I love all the artwork on the walls, and I believe that all the stuff that's hanging is actually made by local artists. Thank you.
Julie said they have some stuff here to eat, but it's not much.
So they do have a food menu, but it's like very limited. They have pozole, which people say it's delicious. I would have been okay with trying something here, but Ren was really craving a burrito, so we're gonna go get a burrito next. And we are here now.
Well, bad news, they don't have burritos for me here.
I mean, she did tell me where we can find food. So you want to go find that place?
Yeah, because the cameraman, if I don't eat, the shot's not going to be good.
You guys are going to be dizzy. Okay, I was so excited because I got to the window. Like, you come in, you order, and you pay right there at the same place. And it's 3 older Mexican ladies, and I knew it was going to be good because they're just like moms and grandmas.
What did you get me?
Verde, so green.
The green burritos. Like I said, the coffee was great, but I need food. Well, you know it's freshly made. Burning my mouth.
I saw the steam. Yeah.
What kind of meat?
Deshebrada, so beef.
Wow, it's really good. The beans.
I'm telling you, I walked in and I was like, this is gonna be delicious. So if you wanna come check it out, they have early hours. They are open on Saturday and I believe Sunday as well. Don't quote me. But it is a small space. They do have sitting, like you can come with like your family, but it is small.
When you have the older cooks in there, you know it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I don't care where you go. Older people know what's up. Oh, it's so good. The right amount of spicy that I needed this morning. Do you feel better already? Is your glucose? By the way, happy 2025.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We just needed that little break. 2025, we start again. See ya.
All right, so our first stop for this video was Mi Casa Art Center. But before I tell you guys about Mi Casa Art Center and what it is, I have to tell you about the person responsible for bringing it to life. And his name is Gaspar Enriquez. Now, if you're from El Paso, then you probably recognize the name because he's kind of an icon to the El Paso art world or just the city in general. But in case you don't know who he is, Gaspar Enriquez is a Chicano artist with deep ties to the community of El Paso. He actually grew up here. He also like showcases other artists' paintings and stuff. And he has spent his entire life creating powerful portraits that celebrate Mexican American identity and culture. And so Mi Casa Art Center is basically his personal museum. So he's actually taken an old adobe home out in San Elizario, Texas, because that's where it's located. He took that old adobe home and just transformed it into the gallery that we saw today. Where is it? There it is, this one. This is Mariana Olage. She's a young local artist. Her dad was actually a student of Mr. Enriquez. Now she's an artist as well. This is a portrait of Dr. Diana Natalicio, I think the president, I think that was her title, I can't remember right now, of UTEP, the university here in El Paso. And a lot of these portraits are actually portraits of Mr. Enriquez's students. That's Yvonne. This is a friend of mine whom sadly passed away a couple years ago, but she's forever immortalized in this portrait. These are all past students. As you can see, he was awarded the Community Spirit Award. Some of his work is actually being showcased in the Smithsonian Museum, so very, very talented guy. And I believe he started in like 1997, and I think it took about 10 years to kind of like remodel and turn this into what it is today. You see the letterman jacket for Bowie High School because he was an art teacher at Bowie High School for a very long time, the actor. So you know how at the entrance I told you that like that painting with the rabbit was the work of the daughter of a former student of his? That's her dad. Plenty of the muralists and local artists, a lot of them have that connection with Mr. Enriquez of being former students trained by him. Okay, so now we're headed to a shop. It belongs to a local artist. He has worked on some murals throughout the city, so I'm kind of curious to find out which ones so that we can also show you part of his work.
So right now I'm in transition from one exhibition to the other.
How did you get into this? Did you even think that this was something you're going to be doing?
I enjoyed making stuff, art, stuff like that. I started taking some life drawing sessions or classes at UTEP, and I was like, okay, I kind of enjoyed it. And then I started with a series of luchadores. I think the one that got a lot of attention was a Blue Demon fighting the Statue of Liberty. That got me banned from some exhibitions.
Are you serious?
So I got censored, and they brought some of the work down, and that's how I started getting my name out there. People are like, oh, this guy from El Paso or Segundo Barrio, and it's like that's how people started seeing my work.
The El Paso art is so unique because it's so closely tied and it still holds so much of like the Mexican tradition and history, but then it incorporates American art and like everyday living and all those things.
I mean, I call myself a bordeño, so everything that I do is mostly because of my experiences, what I've lived.
Yeah.
So, I didn't read it in a textbook. You lived it, and that's kind of like what I put out there, and I think that's what got people's attention. Is like I'm not like a Chicano from like Chicago, which is so far away. Like my roots are like I'm very, very rooted.
Most local artists, even though they have like that shared experience, it's still unique in its own way. But you can see the city of El Paso through a lot of their work. And then like, you know, Juarez, Chihuahua, their Mexican traditions, their history, all of that.
I consider myself a muralist. I have murals not only in El Paso, but like at Yale University. That's where I painted my first mural with one of Chicano big time artists, Marcel Montoya, the Montoya family, big Chicano family over there. But I think the most well known is the one at Sagrado Corazon.
The church,
Sacred Heart, Sagrado Corazon. I'm like, so that one we did with Boy students. I worked with, the community, with like the church, people in the barrio, and that's when the city wanted to revitalize, Segundo, so they wanted to tear down some of the houses. So our way of fighting that was, putting murals on the wall. Because it was in 2006.
Wow, this is amazing. So like, where can people find you? Where can they see your work?
On Instagram, I usually put out events and things of my recent work and stuff. So I also have a website. If you just Google Francisco Delgado Art. Sorry, like I don't have a lot more work.
No.
I'm telling you, it's transitioning between one. And it's also part of like being an artist, no? Sometimes you have blank canvas. And
the fact that you even let us come and check this out. We're gonna go check out your mural in person. Hi, Francisco. Pues thank you so much.
Thank you.
This was really great. Thank you so much. It's in between Mesa and Oregon, but this is what it looks like. And then if you just keep walking right next to that mural we were just looking at, see a heart. I'm assuming it also has to do with the Sacred Heart Church that's right next to it.
So this area is considered a Segundo Barrio?
Everything here is representative of Segundo Barrio and just the community itself. So there's also a lot of the murals show, again, the history, tradition, heritage, and all those things. You can always find something religious to it because the Latino community here, faith is such a big part of their life, their world, their everyday living. And so that's also represented in so much of the art, especially in neighborhoods like this. We are at 787 Coffee. They offer Puerto Rican coffee, and I'm really excited to try it because I hear that it's delicious.
So this is Julie's favorite time when we get to the coffee time.
Coffee time. Oh, thank you so much. This is a form of art. I mean, it takes patience. It takes you putting love into it, and then
Look at that.
the customer leaves super satisfied.
Cool.
Look at all the art around on the walls, and the cool thing is that because they serve Puerto Rican coffee, obviously you see hints of Puerto Rico represented all throughout the storefront. But then being an El Paso location, they also have, they represent El Paso in their art as well. So look, here's the Plaza Theater, which is found downtown. And now I should say that they just offer one size for all their coffees. All of them are the same size, but they're delicious. Baby, try this. It's called a coquito. It's really good, right? If you have the time to come and spend some time here, having it in a real cup and just admiring the whole environment and just taking it in really adds for a much better experience. What's your name? I'm sorry.
Lorenzo?
Lorenzo?
For sure.
Oh, okay. We've been talking on this video so much about art and expressing yourself, and I think that this coffee shop pretty much nailed that. It shows in their coffee, it shows in the art throughout the storefront. I really like it. Okay, Lorenzo, we are gonna leave now.
Of course.
The coffee was excellent. You were such a pleasure, but do you mind telling people where they can find you, social media?
Of course. 787 Coffee, Instagram, that's where we're most popular, of course. If you guys want to come in, we have the best coffee in El Paso, of course. We have our own farm, we grow our own beans to super fresh coffee. We get it shipped every 2 weeks.
It was great. We loved it, had a great time. If you guys do get a chance to come visit, please let them know we sent you. Thank you so much, Lawrence. It was so good. Okay, so we wanted to show you guys this area. This is near Delta Street right now. We're in the corner of 3rd Avenue and Cole Street. Obviously, it's changed over the years because there's a lot of art right now that I had never seen before. So these are obviously new pieces. When you take a close look, you can see highlights of the city. So for instance, you have right here a sun, you know, riding the train station, that the sun representing the Sun City, El Paso, because it's known as the Sun City. Buildings right up here, so obviously representing downtown El Paso. In San Jacinto Plaza, that is found downtown, you can find like sculptures that, like of gators in the plaza. You see the star that's also lighting up that you can see up on the mountains every single night. So you just see a little bit of the city, the culture, the history. Everybody's trying to share something that's representative of El Paso. It's like covered wall to wall from beginning to end, all the way down to the block. And if you continue driving a block over, it's the same way. The majority, if not all of the artwork that's displayed is actually considered graffiti art. And for a long time, graffiti was kind of like a negative thing because it was considered vandalism. It was usually linked to like criminal activity, gang-related activity. But I feel like over the years, El Paso specifically has really embraced graffiti art because it is a beautiful way to express yourself. And I feel like as a whole, the city understands that this type of art, just like the murals that we've been looking at, they also tell a story. They represent who we are. They talk of the struggles, and it's also just a beautiful way to like make the city come alive, right? And make the neighborhoods more bright and more vibrant. We are coming to a well-known by the locals spot where they say they sell the best chicharrones. ¿Me das 2 pedazos de esos? Sí, 2 pedacitos, por favor. Hasta luego. Bye-bye. Let's go try it out. Okay, so apparently this business has been passed down from generation to generations. The original owner came from Zacatecas, Mexico, started the business in the 60s, but now it's owned by his daughter. Chicharrones Martinez, because that's what it's called, Martinez brand, serves El Paso, Juárez, and Las Cruces. Okay, so Chicharrones Martinez is known for their cracklings, which we're gonna try right now. Okay. I haven't had them in a long time. They're good. So they're not very greasy. It's not salty. It's got a good amount of salt. I heard it really good. You want to try it? Now, I want to try this. So it's chicharrón, but with meat. See, that's all the meat, and it has a good chunk of meat. All right, guys. It's really good. Oh my God, very flavorful. This with a tortilla and some salsa on it. Some avocado, cilantro, onion. That's like a meal. So again, like I said, a lot of the locals know exactly where it is, but other people who didn't grow up here, they're not from here, it can seem very hidden. So you can find it right on Mesa. It's 515 South Mesa Street, and it's in between 4th and 3rd Avenue. Definitely recommend it. We're gonna try this. This is one of Ren's favorite things to eat ever. Turkey tails. Look, they're not soggy, they're not too soft. Oh, these are good. This is really good. But sometimes I feel like I find the ones that don't have a lot of meat and they have more of the fat. This actually has a good chunk of meat. It's pretty meaty. Flavor is so good. Very simple, not overwhelming. It has just enough. Very good. Okay, so funny story is we were looking for new local places to check out that we had never been into. We actually found this place through a team of guys who actually also go around the city checking out local spots and telling you like what there is to do in El Paso. And it was through their video, through their channel, that we found this place. And they are De La Story. So make sure you go check them out and let them know we sent you. Okay, and that is it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I know it's been a long while since we've shared anything with you guys, but we're back and we're excited to continue doing this. Thank you so much for your continued support. We appreciate it. We always read your comments. We love everything that you share with us. And with this particular video, we'd also like to hear, maybe in the comments, let us know what you liked best about it, anything that you want to see in the future from us as well. And again, thank you so much for being here, for being a part of our YouTube family, and we will see you all on the next video.